Okay, we got this set up. Now, let's take a look. This is basically what I'm trying to say. I've got an ice skater here, and she's being pushed by her partner um, by a force of 200 newtons. She has a mass of 50 kilograms, and they're going to cover 15 meters. Okay? All right, so force of 200 newtons, that's pretty easy. We could say, so we want to know the work. Well, the work done is equal to the force times the distance. So the force was 200 meters times 200 newtons times 15 meters, so our units, Newton meters here, and 2 times 15 is 30, so that would be 3,000 joules. 3,000 joules of energy were done. Not bad. What's the change in kinetic energy? Here you go. The change in kinetic energy is equal to this: 1/2 the mass times her final velocity squared minus her 1/2 the mass, her mass, times the initial velocity squared. But guess what? That also equals the work done, which equals 3,000 newtons, or 3,000 joules. Sorry. And so the 3,000 joules now is the change in kinetic energy, is equal to 3,000 joules. All right? That's wonderful. But now, so now we got the 3,000 joules. So let's find her. Speed at the very end. Notice we're saying speed because energy is a scalar thing. It doesn't have a direction. And it, like the heat or things like that, they don't have direction. Neither does this. So she changed. Now the force here, these are vectors, the force and the distance, but we're taking the dot product, fancy algebra talk, which means it's not. It comes out to be a scalar instead of a vector quantity. Well, let's just calculate let's calculate her final velocity. Two ways we could do it. Let's look at the easiest way, which is using energy. So the change in kinetic energy then is equal to 1/2 mv final squared minus 1/2 mv naught squared. Well, initial velocity is equal to 0. Okay, so that goes away, and we wind up with 3,000 joules is equal to 1/2 her mass, which is 50, times v final squared. And so we can do it this way: 3,000 is equal to 25 times v final squared. V final squared is equal to 3,000 divided by 25. I'm going to grab my calculator. I maybe can do that in my head, but y divided by 25 is equal to 120. Well, that seems really fast, 120 meters per second. But wait, that's meters squared per second squared. We got to take the square root of both sides. Take the square root of that. And the way I do it on my calculator, it's pretty easy. It's nice. I just hit the square root button and go 120 and close the parentheses, and I get 10.9 meters per second. And ice skaters do get going quick. So there's that calculation that you do.